The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Marcus Solar at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I've been with the company now over 4 years. This morning's topic is going to be Retirement Analyzer, the retirement income planning software that will help you build a relationship with your clients and help them plan for their financial future long term. We do have the pleasure of having Steve and Brooke on the line with us this morning. They're going to walk you step by step through the software and show you the different aspects and how you can leverage this software. Like I said, with building the relationship with your current clientele and have that travel over to possibly some referrals in the future. The nice thing about Steve and Brooke is they've both been advisors in the field. They've both been on your side of the table. They've taken that experience and tied that back into the software and continue to build the software outward to help you leverage that with each and every client that you meet with. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share a little bit about insurance agency marketing with you here before we get started. Again, thank you for joining us today right before a holiday. We have been in business now for 30 years. We are an independent marketing organization here out of Omaha, Nebraska. We do have insurance agency marketing business builders, a way for you to increase your capital. Very simply put, you get money when you refer folks to us.
Hey,
Yeah,
Marcus,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we're not seeing your slides.
It's not showing up, huh?
Not for me, at least.
And we are.
Now are you?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet. When you refer folks to us, you get money when you referral contracts with us, when they do business with us, and when they continue to do business with us, you get 20 basis points for every dollar that comes through the door. So if you have 3 producers that write $1 million a year, that's $6,000 back in your pocket. What my advisors do is use that money going forward to help pay for their marketing budget. We also have marketing reimbursement. We pay $100 in marketing reimbursement for every $100,000 in fixed index annuity premium and or single premium life premium as well. We do have the new producer program that is good for the first 6 months when you're with us. We have the $100,000, $300,000, and $500,000 level. You can pick anything from $750 in cash bonus for the $100,000 all the way up to a Ritz-Carlton travel package. That's a way for us to say thank you and welcome aboard to Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We do have some of the finest back office support, saving you time and money. What this does is really take the $10 an hour work off your table so you can continue to do what you do best, which is getting in front of clients and helping them uncover their needs going forward. We can help you with case design assistance, submission to commission support, life and annuity quotes. We have some of the best annuity directors in the business here with upwards of 25 years of experience. So please give us a call here at the office. It's 800-255-5055. We don't have voicemail here at the office. We do answer every phone call live. Our Creative Marketing Solutions division is run by Jacob and Sean. We can help you with turnkey solutions, all the way to digital solutions, Facebook marketing, logo design. We will meet you where you're at and help you achieve that next level, from marketing through newsletters, postcards, all the way to website design, advertising through TV and radio as well. We do have the IMS website available for you 24/7 that can help you with forms online, quotes. You can look for life pricing on life insurance, term, and whole life. We do have the annuity grid out there showing you the latest rates. So it's a great tool for after hours if you are meeting with a client late at night or on the weekends. We do have IMS Wealth Management. It is a way for you to earn more revenue, become more marketable and more referral as a full service advisor, handle more of your clients' portfolios, start passing on those assets, increase your retention by limiting clients' exposure to other financial professionals. Our program really is meant to be a complement to existing annuity business, not overhaul it. And our advisors are asset gatherers and manage relationships. We handle the rest. This division is handled by Charles, and he does a wonderful job. Hearing Jr., you can certainly reach him through the office here. Again, call the main line, and he'd be able to answer any questions tied back to the RIA or Series 65 license, and he'd be more than happy to help you out with that. We do have our final industry recognized Life and Annuity Academy coming up here in September. It's going to be the September 18th, 19th, and 20th. This last event is going to be held in conjunction with Athene. What we're going to do is bring in 4 of our top multi-million-dollar producers. We're going to be talking about annuity industry threats and trends. There's really not any topic that's going to be untouched on at that event. We're going to be talking about wealth transfer tools, retirement analyzer. We're going to be talking about advanced annuity sales topics. It's an opportunity for you to rub elbows with our top producers, find out what works for them in keeping their prospects and their prospecting tools, keeping their pipelines full of prospects, what their sales process looks like from start to finish. What we do is in exchange for getting your Athene contract in-house and writing business through us, we pay for this trip 100%. We take care of the travel, we take care of the hotel and all the training expenditures while you're out, and help you grow your business through the end of the year. Again, those dates are going to be in 2019 here are going to be September 18th, 19th, and 20th, and it's going to be held at the Athene home office. So at this point in time, what I'm going to do to address a couple of different things. Steve and Brooke, like I said, it's a pleasure to have you guys on the line with us this morning. What we're going to do is I'm going to turn it over to you guys this morning so you guys can cover it. Again, they've been advisors in the field, so they know what exactly it's like to go through client meetings. They've taken that experience and tied it back into the software. It's very client friendly. It's very product neutral. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Stephen Brooke, this morning. What I'm also going to add is we do have a question box down there in the right-hand corner. If anyone has any questions as we go through this morning, please feel free to pop those questions in there, and we will address those as we go because there's going to be a lot of information covered in the webinar this morning. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Steve. If you want to take over, that would be great.
That's perfect. And I'll just look for the show your screen box to pop up here. There we go. Okay. And Marcus, can you see my screen? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hey guys, thanks for being with us today. We really appreciate it the day before a holiday, right? We have a very, very decent amount of attendees on. I got to tell you, surprising. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk to you about Retirement Analyzer today. And if I were just to tell you, I'll tell you a little bit about myself first, and Brooke will talk a little bit after me. But basically we're producers, right? We work together a lot, right, on a lot of clients. Maybe one of us is in person and one of us isn't, right, because we live on different sides of the country. But we use this tool, Retirement Analyzer, to sort of help clients understand the importance of planning. And really, products are products, okay, with all due respect, right? But if you want to just generate or help a client understand the process, this is really the tool that you want to use. You know, we're becoming very, very educational. We're going to show you when we get into the software some highlighting tools that we just put in yesterday, where a client might have a question on a number. And what if you can answer that question by just putting your cursor over that field, right? I mean, they have questions, right? So what we want to do here with this Retirement Analyzer is take it and make the whole process understandable. Okay, there's a heck of a lot of moving parts in financial planning, as you guys know, right? But if we could just help them understand, and it's really not that hard if it's taught the right way. And so Brooke and I are going to go through this, right, and tell you what we do with our clients, and you know that what we've been doing lately. A lot of our time is spent coaching, right, users of the software on what not product though. Okay, it's how to present financial planning. And so I think what you'll find when we're done today is that this software, it's written intuitively, right? It's a logical step-by-step process, and it helps clients understand what financial planning is all about. And then you go sell your products, and the products enhance everything, okay? But with that, right, all the objections that you might, come up against really just kind of just fall off the, they just disappear because you're putting together a financial plan. Brooke?
Guys, the thing I want you to remember too, and we're going to show you this today, we call it a 3-step sales process. And like Steve said, it's going to be new, or we realize we're asking you to adopt a new process. But once you're comfortable with it, it's the same thing over and over again with every client, regardless of whether they're 20 or 30 years old or 80 years old. Okay, let's talk about some of the training and support platforms really quickly. So we, like IAMS, actually answer the phone, which is nice. And as far as a computer software company, a lot of them, they don't even have a phone number that you can call. We assure you we will never be that company. You can see our 800 number right down there at the bottom. But outside of the power line is what we call that, we've got a lot of other things that you guys can access. We have quick clips, which are play buttons on the top of every header in the software. They're all 5 minutes or less, very topic specific on certain sections. We also have Thomas Gold Talk, and that's really Facebook for Retirement Analyzer users. So if you have a question after hours, or maybe you just want to give us a success story, all of that can be done right in Thomas Gold Talk. We have live training every day as well. So Monday through Thursday, we call it a power hour. Fridays, we call it Success in 60. But this is not a canned presentation. You can bring a file, bring your questions. We will get through as many as we can in that hour time frame. We've got the power line I mentioned open from 8 to 5 Central. You can see the 800 number there. All of those are free with your package and your subscription through IAMS. Now, we do have some add-ons. We have a virtual track training. You can do that from the comforts of your home. It's a month-long training. We meet for an hour and a half per session 2 times a week. There's a charge of $299 for that class. We also have live boot camps. So we've already completed 2 in 2019. We have 2 more that will close out the year. You can see right here, we have Kansas City, September 19th and 20th, and then San Diego, October 24th and 25th. There is a charge of $299. You are responsible for your own travel accommodations. But guys, we take a day and a half and we go through all sorts of case studies. These classes are capped at 20 advisors. So it makes it a really good small group where we can bounce ideas off of each other, talk about how people are using and positioning the software. They're just really, really informative and great classes. So if you can attend one of them live, I would strongly encourage you to do that. Steve, anything else to add to that?
And then the reason why, I just want to talk about the Chicago Boot Camp just for a second, right? In other words, Brooke just said we just completed it, right? We actually had an overflow section in there, I got to tell you. I think we ended up with 28 because, people wanted to bring their colleagues and things like that. But we filled a room, of 30 people is our largest one. Now, granted, we're not going to put 55 people in a room because we don't think that you guys get enough out of that, right? So this ratio thing, Brooke and I are there to help and answer all kinds of questions. We probably have another one of our colleagues from Thomas Gold with us. We want to make sure you get the most out of this thing, right? We do working lunches through this thing. We understand the value of your time, okay? But, I mean, you're going to come out of there. If you like what you see today and you want to supercharge your acclimation process, this is where you need to go. Okay, our next one's in Kansas City, September 19th and 20th. And Marcus, I totally apologize. I think that your academy is actually the same days. So not that we want to take anybody from the IAMS Academy, but we just happen to have the same day in Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, Marcus. Is that right? I think we do.
I think you do, yeah. Yep.
All right, so we won't talk about that one. But October 24th and 25th, guys, again, picture this, a whole day Thursday and a half day Friday. All the meals are included. Again, you have to get there and you have to pay for your hotel accommodation. A lot of people drive, okay? We try to make these for as convenient as possible for you guys. okay? But you're going to get the software, and you'll come out of there knowing a heck of a lot more than when you came in. And you should be ready to go with it, though. So we even have people that have 5, 7, 1,000 client files built into the software, and they're still coming out of here with things they didn't know the software did. Okay, so we highly recommend, right, that you actually attend one of these. Now, you can do it virtual, like Brooke said, but in person really works. Okay, Brooke, you want to talk about some of these upgrades just real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and just really quickly, guys, you can white label the software. So right now you're going to look at the Retirement Analyzer branded version, but if you want it to be your company, your colors, etc., you can pay a one-time fee of $349, or you're able to pay $15 a month actually as well to get that whole thing branded. We do have an advisor video that you can embed on your website. That is an upcharge of $99. And then the boot camp and VT classes we already talked about. We also have an admin university. So this is interesting. If you guys have people doing data entry for you, you know, assistants and things of that nature, this admin U is a great thing to send them to for training. So it teaches them how to build in data, how to build in Roth conversion, set up all different sorts of files. So I would really, really encourage you to do that. Now, here's the cool thing with those classes too. If you pay for the boot camp training, that $299, then we let you cross over into either Admin U or Virtual Track free of charge. And you only ever pay for them one time, and you're grandfathered in and get the rest free. So we want you guys to keep, you know, staying up with the changes that we're making in the program. Okay, enough about that. Know that we have a trial that you guys can access. Also, if you want a subscription, you can reach out to Marcus there at IMES, and he can give you all of the login information, etc. So let's dive into the software. This is the news and talk page that we mentioned earlier. Right down below, if we scroll down just a touch, you can see the Thomas Gold Talk section. That's where I said you can chat in, etc. Okay, let's head over to the locker. Now, in the locker, you're going to see 3 doors, okay? And the left-hand door is where you're going to find a lot of the training. So a couple of things in this area that I would really encourage you to look at, the case study section. This is so helpful. So if you guys have a client, you know, maybe they're questioning when to start drawing Social Security, you can click right here on the Social Security case study, and it will walk you through how to set up comparisons, what to print out, and it's a live, or a recorded, I should say, webinar of Steve and I in a real file. We're showing you a printout, etc., so that you can understand really how to set up the sales process as well. And you can see these are the most common things question-wise that we were getting from our clients. And so, you know, they're just 20 different topics that should be very helpful for you. Anything else you want to touch on there, Steve?
Yeah, I do. And then here's the thing. I just want you to notice one thing. You see how our numbers plastered all over the software, our support number? There's a reason for that, okay? Now, these are nice. Some people don't want to watch a recording, okay? You don't want to spend 15 minutes. You want somebody to help you live, okay? So you can call us. But if it's after hours or something like that, you can go to a 10 to 15-minute recording that'll set the case up, okay? You know, over the max funded life policies, right? Moving money from CDs to somewhere, you know, where they're at risk, where they could actually possibly have more upside. You know, what to do about term permanent combos, life insurance strategies, sequence of returns with geometric rates. What's the best withdrawal order strategy, working with younger clients? You could see all of this. It's all here, okay? And these are all brand new, updated here. They just came out, okay? When, you know, Social Security taxation, how do I get my provisional income down? The software, right? Roth conversions. You guys who follow the software know that we're actually developing a whole module on the power of zero, getting your clients, you know, tax projections down for their lifetime. How much are they going to pay? Using the standard deduction to get your to cover your RMDs, things like that. It's all here. Why should you spend time on what we call the monthly expense plan or the budget? Again, after hours, if you want to take your time and study by yourself, sure. Okay, but again, I want you to notice, right? We're not going to hide this phone number like other companies do. Call us. Just like Brooke said, we answer. We want to work with you. We're like your training and support arm. Okay, it's not a program where you're just going to sit there and say, oh my God, all right, I downloaded it, and what do I do now? I know Marcus provides amazing support. We're here from the software part of it, okay? So if you have any questions, how does it work? What do I print out? What tab do I go to illustrate a financial concept? That's when you call us. Or call Marcus, and Marcus will call us if we need to get involved. But we're here to support Marcus and you and IAMS and you guys. Okay? All right. Into a file, Brooke?
Let's jump in. Yeah, let's jump in and take a look. Now, today we're going to keep it vanilla. This is just a sample file. We want you to get a feel for, the three-step sales process that I mentioned and what the software is all about. So we're going to go into a brown file.
Okay, let me go to this one here, Brooke. Go ahead.
And yep. Okay, perfect. What you guys will notice is we have 3 input tabs, we have 3 output tabs, and then we have 3 solutions tabs. Okay, so what you're going to do, and let's just roll through this really quickly, but on tab 1, you're basically going to look at employment income right here in the top section. For people that are retired, you can simply check the retired box. It's going to adjust several things throughout the application. A lot of clients, though, want to know, when can I retire? And that's something that this program can pinpoint for them very, very clearly. Okay, now Social Security is another big one. So the middle section is looking at Social Security. You can build in a standard benefit, pretty straightforward, primary benefit, or if they're fortunate enough to be able to do, one of the advanced strategies, you can build that out in here too. And then down below, we have the pension benefits section. So you can build in all sorts of things with pensions, if they're federally taxed or not, state taxed or not, there's all sorts of controls in here for that. Now on tab 2, this is where you're going to start building in assets. The top section's for retirement assets. This on the outside is what we call a quick add. It's the stuff that we absolutely have to know about the software, or about the asset in order for the software to calculate and run the projection. Now, if you are a more detailed person and you're wanting to go the extra mile, take a look at these little plus infos, and the entire application is designed this way. So you can input basics if you want to, but let's look at asset number 6, for example, here with the 401k. Let's click on the plus info. Oh,
I'm sorry, you said 6? Okay, or 7, right? Okay, I got you. I'm 401k, I got you. Go ahead.
Oh, I apologize, the 401k, yes. Now, if we look at this, what you guys will notice is that there's an area here. You can see the cost basis is grayed out. That's because 401ks don't have a cost basis. So there's lots of helpful things like this. Now, what you'll notice in the contribution section, though, is that we have a whole employer contributions area, again, because it's a 401k. Employer matches are obviously a big deal there. So check out the plus infos for the additional details. Okay. Now, the middle section here, additional assets, that's where you can build in things like home values. These are going to be things that are used in the net worth calculation, but they're not going to go through spend down. Okay, that's your kicker there. Now, the middle section, we have SPIA and guaranteed income benefits. We're going to jump over that here for a minute and head straight to the pie charts at the bottom. So the left-hand pie chart's looking at the current allocation, and that's dialed in based on what you entered in the top section. And what we're doing is comparing that to the right-hand pie chart, which is the client's desired allocation. Okay, there's a risk assessment questionnaire to help assist you in arriving at those percentages. But the big thing here is obviously the pie charts don't match. You can quickly implement something with a guaranteed principal feature and get them to line up. Okay, so lots of quick sales things like that. Also, make a mental note there on the right-hand side, minimum retirement funds. Okay, that's a big deal, 40,000 in this example. That is going to create a yellow line on tab 6. We'll show you here in a moment. Okay, let's jump to 3.
Let's do this. Let's try our new highlighting functionality. Can you explain a little bit about this? So why don't we just highlight it because it's yellow anyway, right? So can you just walk us through that, Brooke, how to do that?
Yeah, so we have all sorts of tips or, tool tips, I guess you would call them, on the right-hand side there. So there's highlighters, there's mouse overs, there's financial calculators. We actually have a live training going on right now, so you can see that little live one is highlighted white there. But these are very helpful. So the highlighter, you can see Steve just clicked on the cell and it lights it up yellow. That's extremely helpful in your annual reviews too, folks. So on tab 2, if you're trying to go in and grab updated asset values, normally what I do is I'll highlight all of them, and then as I get the updated values, I can take the highlighting off. The other thing, just quickly, we are getting ready next week to launch our Morningstar integration. So shortly here on tab 2, you'll be able to just click a sync button and get all sorts of updated account values automatically from Morningstar. We also have an integration with Redtail and with Riskalyze. Those ones are out and live, but if you use either of those programs, you can link them up with RA. And Steve, do you want to demo that a little bit?
No, that's okay. I just wanted to show what it was going to look. You talking about Morningstar?
Yes.
Okay, but basically, I don't want to take, we want to run through the software program, but we're, just like Brooke said, it's coming out next week. And what you'll do is you'll actually just input all the assets here, and then through our interface here, right? Basically, what you'll do is you go in and you'll actually attach the asset in Retirement Analyzer to the account number that you actually picked through this Morningstar by all accounts aggregation feature. Okay. Now the price for this, we're going to start out at $45 a month initially, and it's going to go to $60 a month if you order after a certain date. But I just want you to imagine this, right? You're getting ready for an annual review. You have 500 clients built into the Retirement Analyzer, and each one has 20 assets. Okay, and then for $45 or $60 per month, you can go into this Morningstar, basically this interface, and click sync. And when I do that, right, and I've already done it today, the prices here are going to automatically update for the closing price from the day before. Okay, so that's what's coming, and we're ready to push that out next week. Now you're going to be able to take checking accounts and savings accounts and indexed annuities and ETFs and mutual funds and whatever, variable annuities, right? And you're also going to be able to grab mortgage balances, and you're going to be able to grab credit card balances. Okay, so within one little click of a button, we'll show you in a second, we have a net worth feature here, right? Where you can actually, it's going to give you an updated net worth statement because you have all the assets, updated prices, and all the liabilities, updated prices. So you'll have that. Okay, that's our Morningstar feature that Brooke was just talking about, and we're going to come out with that sometime next week. We should. Okay, Morningstar right here.
Perfect. All right, let's jump to tab 3 and look at expenses really quickly. This is the last of your data entry pages. So the cool thing about tab 3, if you want to use a basic number, we call that clumping. Maybe the client's spending $5,000 a month kind of thing. You can run it that way. We really do encourage you to go the extra mile, though. The budget, in my mind, is probably the biggest piece of this whole picture. I tell you what, missing their expenses by $200-300 a month, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really makes a difference when you're trying to project out to age 100. So mortgages, being able to show those running at a 0% inflation rate and a payment update on that, it's huge for most people. That alone can be a complete game changer for whether they're going to run out of money on tab 6 or not. So pay attention to the expense plan if you can. There's all sorts of, like I said, quick clips earlier. Steve, can you just quickly show them a quick clip? Watch the quick clip on the expense plan. There's ways to email these budget templates out. You can customize the budget templates specific for the way that you want to do them. You can do that in the settings section, do it one time, and it'll be that way for all clients. So lots of functionality here, folks. Okay, now we have a middle section here for liabilities. Those are things obviously that are going to trickle into that net worth statement. That net worth statement, just FYI, is super helpful when you're trying to fill out suitability forms. Okay, and then the bottom section, we have future cash flow, and this is where you can do any and everything. We had a client once say, okay, let's go shopping. Like, what can I afford? And can I do the renovation on my home? That sort of thing. And yes, you can build all of that in right here, whether it's college planning, max funded life policies, Roth conversions. The software really is super flexible and can do it all. You guys can see it's totally product neutral. Okay, let's jump to tab 6 now. This is where the rubber meets the road. I tell you what, it's bringing everything that we entered on 1 through 3 together, and it's giving your client really a view as to what their future is going to look like. And I think this is what keeps most clients up at night. the uncertainty as to whether they can afford to retire, what are their expenses going to look like. And this just diagrams the firm. And you can see right here in the net monthly cash flow, we're looking at, again, all of the moving parts, and we're showing them, you know what, here's dollars you would need to pull out of retirement funds every single month to maintain your lifestyle. Now, in this example, you can see they dropped below that $40,000 reserve amount that they said they always wanted. So it pops up a caution light. Now, that red line is where the retirement funds are exhausted. That doesn't necessarily mean they're out of money. What you can see here is they still have a pension and Social Security and stuff coming in, but it means their reserve funds, everything else is gone. So they have no cushion at age 82. Probably not ideal with how long people are living today. So what Steve's going to show you quickly is how to basically juggle this, create balance, get rid of that red line, and then inject a product to really beef it up.
Okay, and so basically this moves around with whatever changes you make. So let's take a look at this now. And what I want to do is I'm going to copy one and I'm going to show you how to do this, right? Okay, so basically we're going to work on this case right over here. Okay, so these guys are running out of money at age 85. Okay, and they're running through the 40,000 that Brooke was talking about at age 84. Okay, so I want you to understand how this works now. You can make as many scenarios as you want, okay? But again, you're only going to put in the information one time, and then you're going to copy this. And I'm going to show you this. Watch this. So here's what we're going to do. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to show you the copy process and how this works. So watch this now. If I go into this scenario here, right, and I put the information in once, what I do is I go down to the bottom and I click copy and create new. Okay, and we'll call it IMES version. Okay, and let's click save as a new scenario. All right, and so basically if I go back to my reports and print page where I'm going to keep everything, all right, and I open it up, you see how these two are the same now? You see them? They're exactly the same, right? So what I'm going to do now, so basically I would copy this, right? And I'm going to show you how to get to here, and then I'm going to show you how to get to the bottom. Okay, so watch how easy this is to set up a case. Now I'll show you the case ahead of time, right? They're running out of money at 85, simple, right? We're going to do three things to help them have $500,000 left at age 100. Okay, if my math is right, it's 15 years later, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually add a product. This is where IMES jumps, where you call IMES, get your product suggestions or whatever, right? And you add it, and we're actually going to make it $142,000 better. Okay, so you see what we just did here. I copied this one, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one into this one. So watch what we do here now. Don't worry about what I did because we're going to recap it in a second. So I'm going to go to tab number 1. And now a lot of times with people's longer life expectancies, they like to see what it looks like if they retire early, but they're terrible retirees. And what I mean by that is they don't have an agenda. They get old real quick and they pass away. So let's just see if we could push this out 3 years. So I'm going from 2023 to 2026. Now you can see the ages, and it's nothing crazy, right? It worked at 65 and 64 in 9 months. Now what you have the power to do too is go into the Social Security calculator. If you put in their full retirement age benefit, you'll have them all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push them out to age 70 right here. Okay, and I'm going to click save. Now what it's going to do is going to change the 65 amounts to 70 amounts and adjust the benefits. Okay, and last but not least, what I'm going to do, because we did such a great job on their monthly expense plan, we found that they actually have some money left at the end of each month. What we're going to do, right, is we're going to actually go into the assets tab and we're going to have them basically contribute $7,000 a year for a Roth contribution. Okay, so $7,000 a year is about $583 a month. This one's going into Gary's Roth, and Jenna's doesn't have a Roth, so we're going to make a new one. No balance here. See, brand new account. Now that sounds like a lot, but let's go back and let's go to the reports and print tab and see where we are now. Okay, now you see how we are the numbers are matching, right? So let's just put that in our back pocket. The numbers are matching. What did we do? Here we go. Now you're basically planning for them. This is what you get paid for. You know, yeah, you get commissions on things, right? But you need to get paid for your advice, in our opinion. So what does it look like if they retire 3 years later, they start Social Security at 70 instead of 65, with everything taken into consideration? It's not just a computer program that says, look, you should wait till age 70. If you live to 93, you'll make $200,000 extra. We have everything going on in here. And starting it at 70, right, with everything else that we just did, right, is actually going to show $500,000 at age 100 if they make it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually try to fix that pie graph that Brooke was talking about. Now, watch this. If I go back here on tab number 2, right, I have a pie chart problem. I have 72% of my assets, or the client does, in risk, and they would like 45. So watch how easy this is to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this Gabelli funds, and let's say we move this one. Go in here, and we're able to transfer this in the program, right, to an income benefit annuity, guaranteed income benefit annuity right here. Now watch what happens. If I do this, right, it actually brings the new annuity, it forms it for you, it creates it, right here. Now you can use whoever you want, right? I just happen to have an illustration, and basically it's putting $200,000 away for 10 years, and then basically with zero credited on index account, so this is the worst case, I'm going to receive $20,361 for life annually. And what we do is we divide it by 12. If you do that, it's $1,697. Okay? Again, no insurance company preference, anything like that. We're going to go with our single payout, the monthly mode, and $1,697 right here. Okay? Now, we can increase it if we want, right? Sometimes you can, right? If the market does well, right, you can get an increase, right? We can increase it for a certain period of time, but we're going to start this 10 years from now on 7/2029. Okay, and we're going to run it for life. Now we're building all kinds of functionality in for rider fees and all kinds of fees that we probably will have coming out next week also. But you'll have everything you need here to show fees, if there are any. Okay? Now what happens here is the $200,000 account is not up here anymore. You know where it is? It's actually down in here, you see? And if I could use my highlighting tool, it's right here. Okay? It moved down in here. So what did that do? Well, it went from a red asset to a green asset. So now I'm down to 51%. So these pie charts are getting close to looking identical, aren't they? Okay, now if I move over here, right, let's see what happens. So I fixed one problem, right? But let's see if we can better that 500,000 and change right there. And look what we come up with, 692,954. Okay, so let's go back to our reports and print page where we're setting our presentation up. Okay, and let's just kind of push down to the bottom here a little bit. And there's your 692,954, see it? So we gave you the keystrokes. And watch what you're doing here, right? The notes, what did I do? They're right here. You type these. Sorry, we're not going to auto type them for you because we don't know what the client, you can be as, just like Brooke said earlier, you want to be as simple as you want or as complex as you want, detailed as you want. That's your call. We can't do that for you. But we moved $200,000 from mutual funds of an income benefit annuity, 10-year deferral, 1697, July 2029, 10 years from now. Now, what the client's looking at is on one page, this versus this versus this. And what do you think they're going to do? You know what they're going to do. Okay? How do I get here? That's what it is. Okay? So let me throw a couple things at you now. So let's go back here for a second, and I'll just run through a couple things, then I'll hand it back to Brooke. You get as detailed as you want. You want to know what the $1,036,000 is? Put your mouse over it. You want to know what kind of tax rate and tax bracket they're in 2029, know the buttons to click. Okay? You can see it right here. 22% bracket, 12.18% rate, state rate 3.07, long-term capital gains taxation going on here. When they start taking Social Security right in here, watch this, in 2032, let's say, you got a provisional income calculation every year. It's all, and it flows down into the ordinary income tax analysis. See that taxable Social Security right there? It's all done for you. So all you got to do, guys, is this, right? Go have fun with the program. You're in charge of what you want to show. If you overcomplicate it, you could have a problem, right? But you're the judge of that. We aren't, right? We just want to give you the tool, and you could use it in any way you want to. But just know that under the hood, there's a heck of a lot going on. Okay? And I'll just, so I'll say one last thing, and this is the whole premise behind the software. If you take away anything from today before we go to July 4th, it's this. There's 3 input tabs, like Brooke was saying, right? You don't want to do this? We can train your admin people to do this. Remember, our phone number's all over the place, right? Just call. Okay? 3 input tabs. They could get the case ready for you. You take a look at pre-retirement, retirement. You get tab 6 looking really good. Tab 6 is Utopia. Nothing bad happens, and they live to age 100, both of them. If that's good, then we see if it withstands premature death, facility care stay, and any kind of market movement. But if you're not getting tab 6 looking as good as possible, and really in 99% of the cases alleviating the red line, you're not using the software the right way. And I got to tell you, some people have to be read the Riot Act when they're clients. They need to change their behavior. But if we can get 6 looking strong, it might be able to withstand 7, 8, and 9. And that's really the whole premise behind the software. Brooke?
All right, guys. So again, there's a trial. If you guys want to get started, just reach out to Marcus there at IAMS, and he can give you all of the information that's needed. Steve, is there something else you wanted to cover?
I just want to say this, like, you can throw anything at us that you want, and I'll tell you, like, if we don't have that capability, we probably have a workaround. In other words, you can do it this way for now until we build it in, okay? But you can throw charitable giving into our software right now. We can take care of deduction management. The deductions that a client might have might be $24,400 today. It might, maybe they're itemizing, maybe they're doing $50,000, but only for 5 years. We can do anything like that. So if you're thinking you have an outlier case that RA can't handle, you know what? That's why this number's right. That's why Marcus is there. And Marcus, I know your number by heart. I love it. It's 800-255-5055, right?
That's correct, yes.
It has a jingle to it, right? Between that one and this one, we'll be able to help you out. Okay? Alrighty, sir.
All right. If anyone has any questions, type them in the box down below. I don't see any as of yet, but now would be the time to ask Brooke or Steve while we're out in the software itself. I'll give people a few minutes to put anything out there. Can you see?
I have to say, thank you for spending your pre-July 4th morning with us, though. This is some good numbers here.
There you go. I'm going to throw a question out there. You see that, Steve?
Okay, let me see. Hold on.
You want to switch it back to me?
Oh, yeah. I actually don't see it, though. You should be able to take it, though, Marcus, I think. Can you?
I'm seeing Marcus's screen, I think.
Oh, cool. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a question out there. If you want more information on the Retirement Analyzer, go ahead and click yes or no, and I can follow up with you after the event here. Certainly do appreciate your time before the holiday, of course. I hope everyone has a happy and safe 4th. I don't see any other questions being posted out there, so I want to thank Steve and Brooke for their time this morning. So if we don't have anything else, again, if you have questions on our Life and Annuity Academy or on Retirement Analyzer, the number's up on the screen, or our website is up on the screen. The number, again, is 800-255-5055. I will try to touch base with you this morning, everyone that did attend, see if you had any additional questions, or if you want the 30-day trial access as Brooke had thrown out there. I'll be more than happy to get that out to you. You guys have anything else you want to share this morning before we go?
Everybody just have a
happy
holiday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy holiday.
Agree.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. All right. Well, I appreciate
Take
everyone's
care.
time, and have a great day, and have a great and safe and happy holiday. Thank you.
Take care. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.